So is the idea is that her powers are basically gone berserk, or is just her mental state that bad right now?
Both. Her mental state is bad enough that it is causing her powers to go berserk, causing her to lose control.
Okay, what do we got? We have Hero Signal, we have Sparkman, we have Blade Edge, Miracle Fusion, and E-Emergency Call.
And she's getting ready to summon Black Rose Dragon on turn 1. And look who didn't save.
We can always edit out the return anyway. Prisma.
I would say set Hero Signal.
Of course.
Activating the emergency call. A search for Woodsman.
And then set him and pass?
Yeah. Because you have a really freaking good hand for fusion. You just don't have a lot of ways to fusion some.
Twilight Rose Knight. And Copy Plants. She is not attacking.
I would say leave it alone personally, because this feels a lot like she's trying to bait you into setting up a sturdy board so she can wipe it.
Is that Clayman then?
Sure.
Now we have our two walls.
And if they get wiped, we can still Miracle Fusion into Gaia.
Oh, I think we have ourselves... No, it's a tribute summon.
Well,
Titanio
tuners,
Princess
so...
of Kamaleas. And she had a summoning animation. You contribute one face-up plant-type monster you control to negate the activation of a spell, trap, or effect monster's effect that targets a card or cards on the field and destroy it.
Yep.
Please attack the... You had to attack Woodsman, didn't you?
Use Hero Signal to summon a second Woodsman. It will be face up, so it will trigger its effect.
There you are. Miracle Fusion.
Wow.
Now we have Polly. So, should we summon the Shining?
Personally, the very first thing I would do is flip summon Clayman. And then use one of your Miracle Fusions to summon Elemental Hero Gaia. Because with Gaia, you can nuke that Carnation's attack once.
Clayman and...
Either Woodsman.
Let's do the Graveyard Woodsman.
What we are doing is forcing her to either have that Carnation's attack or sacrifice the Carnation. Alright, now normal summon Prisma. That way we can pitch another card to the grave if we want to.
Which, honestly, it should be Necroshade.
Yeah. Now we can use Miracle Fusion on that Prisma and that Woodsman that's still on the field to summon Shining.
I would say just use Poly.
This gives more monsters in the Banished Zone buffing Shining, though.
I thought Shining buffed from the grave. Gains 300 attack for each elemental hero. Okay, yeah, no, it is removed. Okay. My mistake?
How dare you put me on heroes?
Shining, Prisma, and Woodsman.
Now, I say we don't overextend here, leave the cards we have in our hand, punch this thing with the Shining, and then punch them directly to the guy.
That face down was nothing. At least nothing that could stop the attack.
Or nothing that could stop that attack.
This is going a lot better than the first duel. Of course, granted, we won. Of course, granted, we won that duel. Barely, but we won. Her set card was Mark of the Rose. Remove from play one plant monster from your graveyard. Your opponent gain control of the equipped monster. During the phase, equip monster to your opponent. During your standby phase, gain control of the equipped monster.
So she's probably going to steal Shining.
Shining. And Miracle Fertilizer. Once per turn, you can select one plant type monster from your graveyard and special summon it. You cannot normal summon or set the turn you special summon a monster with this effect. If a monster special summoned by this effect is removed from the field, destroy this card. The princess is back.
Well, that's not good. Luckily, the Shining is weaker when it's on her field than when it's on ours, but still. We really need a Stratos right now.
It's an Ice Edge.
That works too. He can still pop back row if he does damage via a direct attack, which means you don't even actually need to use his effect because you can just use Shining to destroy the plant.
True. So we're summoning Ice Edge.
I would say that is the best play here, yes.
What's your turn? You may phase one by discarding one card of your hand during.
Because you don't need it to have the ability to direct attack yet. You can just punch with Shining, and we might just have enough damage to kill without, you know. No, she's gonna live with 200.
You sound okay? You're sniffling a lot and you sound a bit under the weather.
Allergies.
Ah.
That and every time my blood sugar gets past a certain point, it's not
Oh
necessarily a
no,
dangerous
we
level.
can't. It's destroy one face down card.
Ah, dang. That's gonna hurt.
Yep.
But do you know what that means?
We honestly should have
Unless-
just summoned Blade Edge and be done with it. Like Blade Edge or Sparkman. And we would have
I
ended
was
it.
pegged to her life. I'm gonna be honest. Or I would have said that. Oh, she had another one.
The princess is back. I am surprised we are not dealing with the Black Rose Dragon.
I think she pitched all of the tuners she's drawn really early on.
We got a
Her dragon
duel.
is powered.
All because of a tiny misplay. Heat.
Okay, but what if you fusion summoned Plasma Vice?
Just for the hell of it?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Sure, why not?
It's not often you get to fusion summon Plasma Vice.
Activate the effect of a card. Which card? You can discard one card from your hand to destroy one attack position monster your opponent controls.
Don't do it. It's a targeted effect. She can tribute it to negate it. Now just summon Heat. I was gonna get you to go for the overkill, but fair enough. You beat her.
Akiza! What's happening? Just calm down, Akiza. There's nothing left for me. This mark on my arm. I knew something terrible would come of having this. It's a curse. Why me?
I wonder.
Why do I have to be a signer? Forsaken by everyone. Everyone except Sayer. He told me that I
Can I
would...
just bring?
What's up?
Can I bring something up I find interesting here? If you realistically look at it, each signer does have a unique ability or trait about them that you don't often find around. Akiza's psychic powers are the singular strongest psychic powers we see in all of 5D's. Jack Atlas is incredibly good at rallying people around him, whether that be through his popularity as the king or just being himself in spite of his rather abrasive personality. People are pretty willing to follow Jack Atlas. There's Yusei, who, let's be entirely real here, he is incredibly lucky, he is an incredibly talented duelist, and just overall, once again, is incredibly good at gathering people around him. Not in the same way of Jack Atlas, where I feel like this man could pull a Hercule Satan, turn to a camera and tell the world to lend me their energy, and they do it. But he's very good at forming close-knit bonds with the people around him, particularly through duels. You have Leo, who, even in the face of, well, I am screwed this duel, still has an almost unending endurance when it comes to dueling. Even before he is a air quote signer, because his symbol wasn't even originally a symbol, he still duels a dark signer, duels Greiger, and takes all of his things. Not Greiger, sorry. But yes, Greiger.
He does duel Greiger. He's disguised as Luna, but he does duel Greiger.
But he still goes through incredibly difficult duels that nobody his age should be going through, and endures. Also, it really ticks me off watching his friends most of the time, because whether or not he won, he came close to defeating an incredibly talented professional duelist, and you still want to talk smack? Then you have Luna, who has the ability to talk to the spirits and see in the spirit world, or visit the spirit world. That's pretty unique. And then you have Crow. Can't really think of a superpower here other than his deck is full.
He's always got your back.
To be fair, he is an incredibly charismatic individual, and just like Leo, he keeps up a very happy appearance to everyone around him, in spite of the fact that he really does not have that good of a life.
Plus, you say it also has the bonus perk of being a mechanic.
Fair. Well, this ain't good.
He told me that I wouldn't need to worry about anything. He built a place where I could live, but now it's gone. This world.
To be fair to Akiza, her being depressed here, that's entirely justifiable, because for all she knows, right now, literally all she has is nothing. Her parents actively threw her out as a child, at least in her eyes. Actually, no, I think they did just throw her out. Sayer freaking Stockholm syndrome this woman is, and emotionally abused her into believing that he was the only person that would ever care about her, and that she had nowhere else to go, and breaking out of that kind of abuse and mental conditioning is incredibly hard.
This world. This wretched, horrible world. I just want to wipe it all out. Akiza, look me into the eyes. We'll take you in. Me, Mason, our other friends. We're glad to have you. Just accept us, and we can give you a new home. Be your new family. Possible. No, there's nothing that's impossible. You think for yourself and make your own decision.
I summon Exodia! Oh, well, wrong anime.
You think for yourself and make your own decision, and the possibilities will find you. Oops. I pushed the wrong key. Fortunately, that didn't break anything. Everyone has been drawn.
What did you do?
I pressed the Alt key when I was aiming for the X key, which is my A button. Everyone has been drawn together by these marks, and because of it, we became friends. It's not a curse. Friends?
Can I just say something? The moment she said it's impossible, my brain immediately threw out that we were playing 5D's. Immediately threw out that this was Akiza and Yusuke, and you say, and immediately just said, nothing's impossible. I summon the almighty Exodia! Oh gosh.
Yes, Akiza.
No, we've got locals where we sometimes play without a ban list, and...
Oh, that has got to have encouraged some garbage.
Oh no. No ban list. One of the guys is an Exodia main even with his ban list.
Does he run a Seeker deck?
It's a little bit worse, but fair enough.
Yes, Akiza.
Because his deck is 3 copies of each piece of Exodia, 3 copies of Pot of Greed, 3 copies of Graceful Charity, 3 copies of Heart of the Underdog. I have watched him with a single copy of Heart of the Underdog played on turn 1, win on turn 2.
Because of Heart of the Underdog's effect. You draw a normal monster, you reveal that card to your opponent, and you get to draw again. And that keeps going.
You want to know how many cards he had in hand off of 1 copy of Heart of the Underdog? That's the only card he played.
His deck?
No, because he did have numerous spells. No, he went through 25 cards and then eventually revealed all 5 pieces of Exodia. The man had 25 cards in hand. He drew 20 times off of 1 copy of Heart of the Underdog and didn't hit any of his spells.
Because Heart of the Underdog's effect also applies to itself. So if you draw a normal monster with Heart of the Underdog's effect, you can reveal it, draw again, and it just keeps going. Until you stop...
You have 3 on board.
Oh yeah, they're not even once per turn.
No. If you have 3 on board, it's funny, because that can actually screw you over a little bit, because when you do it with multiple copies of Heart of the Underdog, what matters is the last card you drew, not both of them. So, you can't reveal, oh, I hit a normal monster and then a copy of Graceful Charity. That ends the chain. But I've also watched this man pull out an opening hand, drop 3 copies of Pot of Greed in a row, and then say, ha, I win.
So it's a Seeker deck on steroids cranked up to 11.
A win pieces of Exodia. And that wasn't even in the degenerate no ban list deck. He's done that like 6 times to people.
So basically, his no ban list Exodia deck is literally Seeker deck on steroids cranked up to 11.
The turn 0 wins, because that's never occurred in one of the no ban list tournaments. It's always in the normal tournaments, and I kid you not, it was to the point where a judge shuffled his deck. Yeah, but then you get to normal tournaments, and this is where I'm like, dear God, do you have the Millennium Puzzle hidden in your pocket? Because I have watched this man. Because one of the rulings
goes into his pocket, pulls out a Millennium Puzzle keychain.
I was about to say, because the thing is, judges do the cutting at our locals, because somebody got caught playing like Weevil.
Oh no.
Like they got caught sliding cards into their opponent's deck. Or in one case, sliding out a card from their opponent's deck. That guy's also banned, by the way. But, when you're playing against an Exodia player and you slide out their copy of Exodia the Forbidden One, thinking they won't notice, you are an idiot. But no, it got better. Because one tournament, the judge was cutting, and this guy was being very thorough with shuffling. And at the end of the tournament, by this point, 3 separate judges were cutting this man's deck. Because he had, in a tournament of 22 people, won 6 of his matches due to turn 0 Exodia.
Jesus!
And in the final round of the final match of the tournament, I got turn 0 Exodia. I would have been saltier if it wasn't for the fact that it was like, no way I can accuse this man of cheating at this point. He's shuffling the deck. The judges are shuffling the deck. It's been cut like 4 times. But no, sliding out a dude's copy of Exodia is like the easiest thing they're gonna spot. I genuinely wanted to be mad that day because it's like, man, I worked through some tough bull to get here. There were 2 tier limits players. Freaking had to deal with a trap tricks. It was annoying. Get to the final round, man says, don't be mad, but this is my opening hand. And he drops all 5 pieces of Exodia.
What's the name of the trap card that Yugi used against Seeker? Chain Destruction? Sounded like you needed Chain Destruction.
Well, Chain Destruction is useless against modern Exodia decks. It was only useful in that case because Seeker would have had 3 copies of the card in his deck. What I would have needed would have been something like Light Force Sword already face down on the field, and, well, it was turn 1. Technically turn 0. We hadn't even started. I will say, I did give him a taste of his own medicine, technically, the other day. I beat him with Exodius.
Nice.
Is that through self-mill? Maybe. But,
yes.
In my defense, when a monster says it gets 1,000 attack for every normal monster in my grave, you know I'm fucking normal monsters. In that same tournament, I actually won through Exodius the Ultimate Forbidden Lord's effect. Which is, if he manages to pitch all 5 pieces of Exodia through his attacking effect, then you just auto-win the duel. My opponent was so mad because he drew like no hand traps. 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring in the opening hand, though.
Yes, Akiza, I consider you one of my friends.
I don't know why. She's tried to kill you at least twice at this point.
He wants to help her. And let's be honest, you and I both know these two have the hots for each other.
I was about to say, I think he's just down bad. I mean, fair, but still.
And I bet Mason thinks that way too. She chucked me to a wall last time.
Yes, but you were being brainwashed. I'm sure it's fine. To be fair, wasn't she explicitly talking about murdering you just like 5 seconds ago?
Someone like me could be your friend? And you're willing to consider me as such? Yes, we're all friends.
You know what? I think I'll definitely consider it. Let's just get you on a duel run.
She hasn't made that realization yet. She actually hasn't experienced the turbo duel. She doesn't experience that until World Racing Grand Prix.
Oh, I know. I'm just talking about the outfit.
Now who's down bad for Akiza?
Always. I do not deny it.
And let's be honest, Yusei does actually fix her and help her through all the bullshit she had to go through.
Now you just reminded me of another dumb meme. I can fix her, but whatever she's got is way too hot.
Maybe I can't understand the pain you're suffering, but I can still welcome you and do what I can to make you feel better. Whatever.
Now I've got to go find this stupid Akiza image to send to you.
Whatever happens next, it's up to you to think about it and make a decision. Then I would like to be of some help to you. To all of you. You sure that's okay? In the same way that you helped me, I want to do something for you. And I have to see Misty once more. I must settle things with her. Really? Thank you, Akiza.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send this to you as well, because I just remembered that I saved this picture and it looks really cool.
It's gotten pretty late. Looks like those guys aren't showing up anytime soon, so let's get some rest.